From Studio B in the Communication Building at Olivet Nazarene University, it's Tonight at Olivet with Adam Keller. Tonight's guests include Resident Director Ralph Kalfas and musician Taryn Fairchild. Here's your host, Adam Keller.
Thank you so much, and good evening, and welcome back to this Tonight at Olivet. I'm your host, Adam Keller, and we have a great show lined up for you tonight. Thanksgiving has passed us this last Thursday, and nothing brings people together like home-cooked turkey, mashed potatoes, and of course, the vaccine debate. I would like to take this moment for anyone who needs to decompress after spending time with their crazy relatives, all right? All with me, let's take a breath together, all right? Let's breathe in Thanksgiving craziness, and breathe out Christmas is coming. Right. And you know what that means. It's the spirit of giving. Joy is in the air. And of course, it's the mad dash to Best Buy to try and pry the Nintendo Switch from the clutches of your enemy. Everyone knows the best way to start the Christmas spirit is to finish your Black Friday brawling before the month of November ends. December is officially upon us, and with this marks the beginning of Dressember. For many of the students here on campus, Dressember is an annual fundraiser and campaign where international advocates come together to try and raise awareness and funds to fight against human trafficking. Those participating in Dressember use their fashion and creativity for this cause by wearing a dress or a tie for every day throughout the month of December. The money they raise goes towards organizations that help put an end to human trafficking and also offer support for those who are survivors. This year, Olivet's team has over 30 participants and 70 people have bought tickets for a gala event. If you are interested in giving or can find more information, you can find it on their Instagram page. So this month, if you see a lot of people on campus dressing exceptionally fashionable or exceptionally Amish, just know that they're fighting for a good cause. Also, for campus news, the ONU Theater Department is going through a non-stop time this year. With a total of 4 shows this semester and another 4 next semester, they have this all lined up. Olivet actors, they can hardly catch a break. Many of these shows are actually student-directed as well, and one of them is a brand new original musical written by, directed by, and starred in by Olivet students, including yours truly. This show's original concept was actually created by Taryn Fairchild, who in fact is going to be here with us later tonight. Taryn is going to be performing an original song for us tonight on Olivet. I always love hearing the music by my friends. I'm so blessed to be able to do that. And I love hearing my talented friends. And hopefully, I hope, one day I'll be able to hear this. And the Grammy goes to Taryn Fairchild. I know that I am just waiting for that day. And speaking of the Grammys, they're this January 21st, 2022. And that means the nominations came out just recently. New artists like Olivia Rodrigo's album Sour is up for an Album of the Year, as well as Taylor Swift's second album, Evermore, which is exciting considering Evermore's sister album, Folklore, won last year. One album that I was kind of hoping would be nominated, but wasn't, unfortunately, was Adele's new album, 30. In 30, Adele talks about her life and many things that she's learned happening up to her turning 30. With songs like Strangers by Nature, Cry Your Heart Out, I Drink Wine, and Woman Like Me, Adele gives a glimpse into her life and all that she's learned. My birthday's actually coming up in January, and I'm turning 22. So I think that I'm going to follow Adele's lead and release my own album, titled 22. And have songs describing my life leading up to turning 22 and all that I have learned. These songs will include things like growing pains, student loans and still not enough, Chapman Hall, Ministry Major Blues, new friends and some old ones too, A Ring by Spring as well. And that song is describing my experience seeing everyone else in the engagement culture here at Olivet with their girlfriends getting married and their boyfriends getting married and me still with my girlfriend, not engaged. But I'm working on that one. I'm working on that one. I promise. And I've always loved the Grammys and other award shows like it. The Oscars, the Tonys. I love the idea of showcasing different talents and opportunities of the arts. And I thought that tonight we could have one of our own. We could have our own award show. So we have decided to name it after our favorite mascot, Toby. And I would now like to present to you the Tobies. Our first award of the night is for the most fire trucks called onto campus because of fire alarms. And this Toby goes to Nesbitt Hall. And the next Toby goes to the most reliable and consistent thing in Luddy. And the Toby goes to French fries. And our final Toby of the night is for the most stylish barista on our campus Starbucks. And the Toby goes to... Oh, wait. Sorry, it's me. I won. It's me. I am. It's me. Your host, Adam Keller. All right, later tonight, we're going to have our resident director, Ralph Kalfas, here with us, and you won't want to miss that we'll have our first ever live music performance here on Tonight at Olivet with incredible musical talent, Taryn Firechild. We will be right back. We have a great show for you, so stick around. Welcome back, everyone. Olivet is a special place, and the people of Olivet are what make it so special. And no one knows students quite as well as those who live life right alongside them, which is why those who have positions in residential life at OLNU have such an important role. One of our resident directors that knows how to connect with students and how to have a good time is the RD of Chapman Hall. Here to talk with us tonight is Ralph Kalfas. Welcome him, everybody. Welcome, Ralph. It's
Thank
good to
you.
have you
Yeah,
here.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. So, if you didn't know, Ralph, you were a student here
I was,
at one
yes.
point, and you graduated in
2017.
2017. So,
Yeah.
so 3 years ago, you were walking around like us.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Oh man, that's wild. And now you have come back after a little bit of time, and you are now the resident director of Chapman Hall.
Yes, Chapman Hall.
Gotcha. So, what was? How does that feel to be back?
It's amazing. It's a dream come true. I spent three years as an RA in Chapman, so it's like a second home for me.
Nice. I love that. So, being in Chapman, I was in Chapman on second floor. I know that there are a lot of different people who
Yes.
live in Chapman, a lot of different personality types. What is the dynamic like this year?
It's wild. We have a good group of guys. We have some pranksters, we have some goofballs, but some really good guys. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the semester turns out.
That's great. Yeah, we're almost there. So how bad could it get?
Yeah.
Someone knock on some wood.
Yeah, please do.
So this being your first year as an RD, could you tell me what's this experience been like? Have there been any growing pains, any things that surprised you? Is it easier than you thought?
Yeah, it's a little bit more challenging. The administrative work is not my forte. I like spending time with people, and I get a good amount of that. But there's been some little over-the-top pranks, and then just some awkward moments with students. And then unfortunately, I have to be the guy who does some of the punishments. So not fun.
I know what you mean. I was an RA for 2 years in the apartments, but never on in intercampus. My roommate freshman year, he ended up being an RA in Chapman on the floor above us, and I got to hear from him a little bit of his experience. But yeah, I'm sure that it's not the most fun when you have to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, I would hope that that's not as much as the time as you get to be just the fun guy.
Right, yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Good. And you said you've had a couple of awkward encounters, couple weird moments.
Yeah, so actually the other day I was in my office, I was shooting an email out, and I hear a knock on my door, and I have a peephole that I look out, and I didn't see anything in the lobby, but I decided to open the door, and standing in the lobby casually was a kid soaking wet in nothing but his underwear. He held a shower kit and said, "My roommate locked me out, can you let me in?" And so I did, and he seemed like that was just like a normal day for him. I don't know, but
I can't imagine that as a normal day,
Yeah.
but that's that is quite the way to begin your time as an RD.
For sure.
That's great. So do you have any fun plans for what you would like to do in the future of being an RD at Chapman? Any plans you have for the rest of the semester, next semester?
Yeah, something I'm really excited about. It's going to be next semester. It's called Chapman Madness, and it is an event where each floor competes against each other in a various amount of events, whether it's sports, video games, even like math quizzes, and something random, just to get the floors united and then to bring some competition to Chapman Hall.
That's awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds so exciting. I wish we would have had, well, I guess we did have something like that my freshman year. We had, I don't remember what it was called, but just a competition to see who was the best on our floor.
Okay.
And our RAs, I loved them, but they were kind of strange. So all of the competitions, like one of them was take an object. So you have this mug, and then you have to trade up, and you have 5 minutes to see how many times you can trade up to come back with who has the best thing. Fun fact, I actually won.
Hey,
I was
go.
the winner of my
Hey,
entire
yeah.
floor. Thank you. Stop it. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy, but I did win.
Well done.
Well, that's so cool, Ralph. Thank you for talking to us about that, and
Yeah.
I hope that you have a great time.
Yes, thank
Continue
you.
to be an RA, and I hope it's long-lasting. Something that you may not know about Ralph is he is actually quite the artist, and we wanted to put his artistic skills to the test in a game that we are calling Resident Da Vinci. So, in this game, this is how it's going to work. What I have here in this mug is I have a bunch of different prompts, and we're going to take a look at it. We're going to go take turns going. Ralph, I'm going to have you go first. You're going to take a prompt out of the cup. You're going to look at it, and over here we have a whiteboard, and we are going to try and draw something, and then the other person will sit on the couch, and they will have 30 seconds to try and guess what it is that they're drawing. We're going to go back and forth until we run out of prompts or run out of time. But I invite you, the audience, if you would like to participate a little bit to try and help the person if it gets close to the 30 seconds, we would love to have some help. But Ralph, I will let you decide. Would you like the purple marker or the black marker?
I'll go with black.
Black? All right. Well, Ralph, I'm going to switch you spots, but let's go ahead and get started. Would you take a prompt, and I will take your spot on the couch, and let's do this. It's comfortable. Yeah, I think it's a hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, that's a regular staple of Olivet life, especially when it's nice and warm out. All right, let's switch. Ready?
Ready.
I hope you enjoy this one.
Scooter gang? Let's go.
It's the Scooter Gang. I'm so glad that you got that. All right, let's go. Yeah, you can pick one.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I should have erased that. What's next? I'm excited.
All right.
It's the statue in front of Centennial Hall, right? Of Jesus?
Yeah.
Is he holding the globe or the basketball? The basketball?
Double dribble Jesus.
Oh. I've never heard of that one. That's fun. All right. Let's see. Oh, gosh. All right. Here we go.
Rock wall.
Yeah, it's the rock wall.
Yeah.
Oh, is it true? I just have a quick question. Is it true that you used to dress up as Spider-Man and climb the rock wall?
That may have happened once or twice.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know after you.
All right.
All right, this is your last one, right? Make it count.
It's a good one.
Exciting. Is it me?
It is you.
Cool. I'd like to see you finish. How does the rest of it go? Cool. I love it. That's great. Looks just like me. All right, here we go. We got the last one. All right.
The eternal flame.
It's the eternal flame.
Classic,
Very good job.
yeah.
Good job.
All right.
Thank you so much for playing this little game with us of a resident Da Vinci, and it turns out you are the resident Da Vinci. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you so much again. Ralph Kalfas, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, so here's the thing. Our resident directors are exceptional at connecting people around campus. And here at Tonight at Olivet, we felt that we wanted to take some of that connections upon ourselves on campus as well. So let's take a look at how that went. Well, as you can see, we like to get up close and personal with people here at ONU. Our next guest is a student who has always seemed to stay busy. Between ONU Theater and his own personal endeavors, Taryn has several musical and creative projects going on all at once. Here to talk about some of those new things that he has been up to, Taryn Fairchild, everyone. Good to have you here. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being here, Taryn.
Yeah.
And you. Okay, so Taryn Fairchild, everyone. Taryn, you are. I think you're really known, aside from being incredibly charming, very, very handsome, and a delightful person to be around. You're known for being quite a musical talent here. You've been involved in theater, you do your own personal music, you've done chapel, you're on ministry teams. You're such an incredibly devoted person to music, but the thing I want to ask you is what got you into music in the first place? Where did it start?
Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So I've been playing music ever since I was little, but it was just kind of like a side hobby of mine up until recently. I was just kind of like, this is what I want to do with my life. And so I've really been going 100% at it in basically a lot of different capacities, but I just love making music.
Gotcha. That's fantastic. I love to hear that. So you write your music, but not only that, but you also produce your music, right? Mm-hmm. So if you could tell me a little bit about that, how long does it take you from when you first get the idea for a song to when it finally is developed and on, let's say, Spotify or iTunes?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I feel like a lot of people don't know how that process works, but sometimes with all the different technological things that have to happen, sometimes between a song becoming an idea and being actually released commercially, it can take up to months or even a year. So I remember the first few songs that I wrote, I waited 6 or 7 months until they even saw the light of day. So that's why I just really enjoy writing, and eventually, I feel I have another song coming out in January that I finished writing in this past June. So it's just a really long time
to get everything put together.
Yeah. Well, also when you're a college student, it's not exactly the main priority to just be making music.
I completely understand. You're a very, very busy person. I think that's pretty easy to say. But you recently, about a month ago, released a song, right? Mm-hmm. What was that song called?
It's called "I Don't Think That Love Is For Me," and it's an anthem for single people everywhere.
Love that. That's great. So, writing an anthem.
Yes.
Love it. Man, that's so cool. So in addition to your own personal music, which I always love seeing you perform, you have such an energy when you perform.
Well, thank you.
Do you... Okay. You also, in addition to doing your own music, you're also working on an original musical with lots of songs and a script as well. What is that called?
So it's called The Muse.
The Muse, okay.
And it's going to be produced by, here, so at Olivet Nazarene University. It's going to be a show that we get to do, you get to do,
Yes.
Mr. Sterling Bradford over here.
If you didn't know, I am in the musical that Taryn is going to be putting on. But also, so is Taryn. Taryn, you're going to be starring.
I
and,
am.
Our very own Andrew McBurney also is going to be directing.
Yeah, and also starring and directing.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's going to be starring, directing, and both of you wrote it together. Mm-hmm. So we have writers, directors, and stars here. And did you? Okay. So this story, The Muse. What's it about? For those people who don't know, what is The Muse?
So The Muse is about the 7 deadly sins, kind of. Well, that's kind of the root of it, is the idea of the 7 deadly sins. But it's following the journey of a musician as he basically just tries to make it. And as he's trying to make it, he encounters the 7 deadly sins that try and trip him up along the way, all for him to find out that he was right where he needed to be all along. But it's a really fun and exciting journey. He's accompanied by his best friend. So the musician's name is Joey, and that's who I play. And his best friend's name is Gavin. That's who Andrew plays. And there, the head of A&R that signs Joey is Mr. Sterling Bradford, Adam Keller, who sings about, yeah. So he's greed. He's a greedy guy.
Yeah, I'm the embodiment of greed.
Yes.
Well, that's fantastic. I have, if you didn't know, last semester at the New Works Festival, the first one here at Olivet, you debuted most of the songs as well as the script skeleton. And I have to tell you, that was quite the event. It was an incredible concert moment where we got to see all of this, and I was just genuinely blown away. Not because I didn't think you could, or I expected any less, but you've really outdone yourself.
Well, thank you very much.
This is incredible. You and Andrew, you've created something very, very exciting. I can't wait to be a part of it. I can't wait for everyone to see it. And I just can't wait for this to become a reality, a new musical, and I'm honored to be a part of it, and I'm sure that you're excited to have it going on as well.
For sure.
But in a second, Taryn is going to be performing a song for us live. So we want to thank you, Taryn. It's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, thank you again so much. Taryn Fairchild, everyone. All right, and everyone stick around because soon Taryn will be performing his new original song, I Don't Think That Love Is For Me. So you will want to stick around. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Love it. Welcome back, everyone. Taryn's new song is available on all streaming platforms, performing live from Studio B, I Don't Think Love Is For Me. Ladies and gentlemen, Taryn Fairchild.
The day it all started, she told me she wanted to drive. I said whatever, I couldn't believe she was mine. Young and naive, man, I gave that girl all of my life. Head over heels and my heart, it was making me blind. Yeah, that was one of many who said that they'd never leave. I look back now and then I see I don't think that love is for me. Every time they just up and leave. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but I don't think that love is for me. You always thought that I'd listen and I'd be your guy. You called the shots and I bowed to you every time. After a while it got cold, we were running on ice. And just like that song, it was done, we were caught in the vines. Yeah, you were one of many who said that you never leave. I used to be all that you need, but I don't think that love is for me. Every time they just up and leave. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but I don't think that love is for me. I run away from you. I run away from you. I run away from you. I run away. I don't think that love is for me. Every time they just up and leave. Maybe it wasn't meant to be, but I don't think that love is for me.
Fantastic. Outstanding, you two. Ladies and gentlemen, Taryn Fairchild. And Adam Patterson. Incredible performance, Taryn and Adam. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And also thank you again to Ralph Kalfas, and thank you to everyone who was behind the scenes putting the show together. And thank you to you, the viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight at Olivet. I'm Adam Keller, and good night from tonight at Olivet.